Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another CYPRX video banger. In today's video, I have a slew of video clips for you all today that have never made it to the mainstream, barely even have 200 views per video that I'm going to share with you today. It's going to confirm a couple of things, solidifying Ripple and XRP's role in this new global financial infrastructure that they are in the process of building now. If you all enjoy these video breakdowns, make sure that you smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. This is not a hopium video. This is a video to show you all the lack of education amongst the general public. You need to understand a couple of different things. Number one, this transformation is going to take time. In order for these financial institutions to actually adopt, utilize, and implement these digital assets like XRP in their backend infrastructure, it's going to take time. It's going to take a solidification of global regulation in order for them to actually do so. So I'm not saying that this is going to happen or that these banking institutions are going to adopt XRP and drive massive demand for it tomorrow. I'm not sitting here saying that XRP is going to be $1,000 freaking dollars in the future, but what I am showing you all is the devil's in the details. These systemically important organizations are not hiding this information to you all. The videos that I'm going to show you all in today's video breakdown, barely each have over 200 views. As a collective whole, if you combine all the views of the video breakdowns that I'm going to show you today, it does not even surpass 1,000 views, which goes to show the lack of education. People are not paying attention to the information that I'm sharing with you all here on the CYPRX platform. So if you enjoy these videos, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. The first couple of video clips that I'm going to share with you all today are going to confirm that over the years, this digital asset ecosystem has only grown. Yes, we've seen some bear market cycles and some downturns in the digital asset space, but overall, user adoption and the overall growth of this space has only scaled. The second thing that these next couple of video clips are going to confirm is that we are seeing a major shift in the mindset of these financial institutions. I have a firm belief, and some of these other people that I'm going to show you today have a firm belief, that that is due to the infrastructure actually being ready to handle large amounts of volume and liquidity that these institutions are going to bring. In previous bull market cycles, you need to understand the foundational layer, the infrastructure was not ready to actually handle financial institutions. That is all on the brink of changing as of time of recording this video breakdown. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to jump in tomorrow, but know that that infrastructure is now ready to support financial institutions. The only thing, realistically speaking, that is left is regulations. And then the third thing that we're going to confirm in this next couple of video clips is that they mention the significance of XRP being a non-security. So pay attention to detail. Let's start this video breakdown.
Good morning. So, it's a bumpy ride, what's happening in the world of blockchain and crypto, I think. It's up and down, people are afraid, a lot of things has happened. But what we see over the years, that it's only going up, it's only getting more adoption, and more people are joining. And this is beautiful. There's a lot of context globally has changed. It's not the same anymore. So things are really moving. And then if you, later on, you'll see Ripple, they're trying to really disrupt not just the cryptocurrency market, but also the payments and trying to play a bigger role. And then now with the SEC, so later on you'll see Ripple, they're trying to really disrupt not just the cryptocurrency market, but also the payments and trying to play a bigger role. And then now with the SEC, so
all these things, I think, play into that the same thing. And the positive thing is that at the same time, the SEC said XRP is not a security. They also
later on you'll see Ripple, they're trying to really disrupt not just the cryptocurrency market, but also the payments and trying to play a bigger role. And then now with the SEC, so we're there, we're moving forward.
The second one is that we see globally, and it varies across regions, financial market participants setting up teams for real. So there's a new wave, like now the whole infrastructure is ready for them.
We're there, we're moving forward.
The whole infrastructure is ready for them. So from custody to risk management tools, people selling that like we do, market access, etc. And there's a wave of them getting ready for next year. I believe that due to the fact that now the banks, not only in Germany, but also in Asia and in other countries, are ready or more ready than they have been a year ago. And so I'm more agreeing with Sven and a little bit disagreeing as well with Philip that we have a different situation. A year ago, none of the big banks globally really had a working infrastructure. They had the test playgrounds, the workers' playgrounds.
Market is moving, and how is Ripple contributing to the whole ecosystem?
Sure. So Ripple commissioned a report last year which actually showed that 76% of traditional FIs are looking to implement some kind of crypto or blockchain solution in the next 3 years. Now, I think back, I've been at Ripple 5.5 years. 5 years ago, we were having a meeting with large banks. If you mention the word crypto, people looked uncomfortable in their seats. You could see some, are they going to call security, escort us off the premises? But now you fast forward, 5 years, or certainly for the last 18 months, those same banks are calling us back in to discuss what their strategy looks like, right? So, firstly, I think big change.
The whole infrastructure is ready for them.
We've made some huge strides there, but we still got a long way to go. To actually have these, traditional FIs implement solutions that their customers can actually adopt. A lot of it is still talk, but again, we've made some tremendous progress there. And Ripple have been quite unique in that sense because we view partnerships between traditional FIs as key to the growth and adoption for crypto and blockchain, right? We believe that, these institutions, for mass adoption, you need to educate, you need regulation, but you also need the big players who have the reach to also support and push that onto, the benefits to their consumers. If you think about it, you have these big, slow banks that, want to implement something cool and sexy, but they don't have the infrastructure to do that.
The whole infrastructure is ready for them. So from custody to, risk management tools, people selling data like we do, market access, etc. And there's a wave of them getting ready for next year. So Philip, 23, meaning that this we see it today, as if it was a preparation for something happening next year.
So the only way for them to do that is to partner with crypto native entities and businesses who can kind of bridge the gap and give them the solution they need without the heavy lift of building it themselves.
So the next couple of video clips that we have, we are going to confirm that the bank and institutions know for a fact that the system needs an upgrade. They also know the potential of this technology. However, like I mentioned, they need more time to adopt. Remember that financial institutions are heavily regulated. They cannot go outside of regulations and put their reputation on the line because they want to jump the gun and get involved in this digital asset space. That's not something that they can do. Unlike manual retail traders, we don't have a lot of regulations that we have to abide by in order to buy and sell or exchange or whatever the case may be with these digital assets. So financial institutions, they know that this technology exists. They know the potential of it, which is exactly why, in my personal opinion, via the mainstream media manipulation, they're trying to keep you out of this market. Because once they do come in, they know that there is going to be a massive amount of demand that's going to scale this market in ways that we have never seen before.
Talking about Ripple, Ripple is known for its own cross-border payments. How does Ripple's blockchain technology improve the efficiency of these transactions compared to traditional methods?
So I think if we look firstly at the traditional methods, essentially cross-border payments are running on technology that was built in the 1970s, right? So if you think a cross-border payment can take 3 to 5 days to settle in some cases, it's extremely expensive with correspondent banks taking their slice in terms of fees along the way. And also it's pretty inefficient. 6% of global payments actually fail. And this just doesn't serve the needs of the people today, right? So,
because the US payment system deeply, desperately needs it. It needs your ideas, it needs your technologies, it needs your policies, it needs your passion to get it ready and equipped for that digital century that we know is already here. So, we know, I think in this room, that the US payment system has undergone a structural transformation over the last 3 or 4 years, certainly since the pandemic.
And top banks are definitely very well aware about what is happening, what are the new options. But indeed, given the complexity of the organization, they need a bit more time.
Now, this next series of video clips is going to confirm Ripple's role and their partnerships with countries all across the globe and systemically important organizations. But what I want you all to pay attention to is how they go on to talk about how in order for CBDCs to transact cross jurisdictions, they need a bridging mechanism. They need a bridging asset, and XRP can facilitate that role. Now, they also go on to talk about the importance of their partnerships. Pay attention to key vocabulary as I play this next series of video clips for you all. Again, all of these video breakdowns have gone unnoticed. They each have barely over 200 views. So keep that in mind as you're watching these video clips. There's over 450 million cryptocurrency users. As a global population, there's over 8 billion people. And I just told you that these video clips that you are now watching barely even have 200 views each. So that just goes to show the lack of education, the fact that people don't even know that this stuff exists.
So, Ripple have built our key product is a product called on-demand liquidity, which essentially uses XRP and the XRP ledger as a bridging asset between two fiat currencies. And what that does is it allows the entities that we work with to move value in real time at a fraction of the cost as a bridging asset between two fiat currencies. And what that does is it allows the entities that we work with to move value in real time at a fraction of the cost.
And nothing is more important to us than the partnerships that we've built with different countries. We're honored to be working globally with many central banks. I think we've publicly released 6 governments that we're working with. Most recently, we announced a partnership with the National Bank of Georgia. We're honored to be working with them. We have several others that we're working with privately. We have several others that we're working with privately.
Which essentially uses XRP and the XRP ledger as a bridging asset between two fiat currencies. And what that does is it allows the entities that we work with.
And nothing is more important to us than the partnerships that we've built with different countries.
To move value in real time at a fraction of the cost.
So if this is going to happen, if CBDCs are going to be used cross-border, there has to be a mechanism.
Which essentially uses XRP and the XRP ledger as a bridging asset between two fiat currencies.
There has to be a mechanism for different national CBDCs to be exchanged for one another. Technically, we know how to do this.
Fortunately, at Ripple, we're changing the way value moves around the world. We use blockchain technology and digital assets to enable faster, more affordable, and more transparent payments for both our customers and their customers. A digital asset acts as a bridge currency moving from the UK to the Philippines. It is then converted to local currency through Ripple's global partner network.
And nothing is more important to us than the partnerships that we've built with different countries.
And what that does is it allows the entities that we work with to move value in real time at a fraction of the cost.
Now, a lot of people will say, oh, well, why, if all of this video material is showing that they're going to utilize the digital asset XRP, is XRP's price not $1,000? Remember, they are not using digital assets to their full potential yet, and that's something that you all need to understand. Ripple's technology works without the utilization of XRP, the digital asset. But remember what I just showed you guys. These financial institutions, number one, they know that this technology exists, and they know that digital assets are the secret sauce to utilizing these blockchain networks at scale. However, right now, regulations are unclear. So in order to keep their reputation, they cannot just jump into the space and start utilizing these digital assets yet.
So you believe that collaboration and partnerships are crucial?
100%, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
And if you think about it, you have these big, slow banks.
Now, banks are regulated, conservative, and they're not yet embracing digital currency. So the Ripple software works fiat to fiat. You don't need to send digital currency around. You can send US dollars to Japanese yen, et cetera, but kind of the secret sauce or taking it to the next level is by leveraging a digital asset to make that transaction much more efficient.
If you think about it, you have these big, slow banks that want to implement something cool and sexy, but they don't have the infrastructure to do that. So the only way for them to do that is to partner with crypto native entities and businesses who can kind of bridge the gap and give them the solution they need without the heavy lift of building it themselves. And that's kind of what we're seeing.
Will the payments be instant, and will this whole infrastructure be instant in terms
definitely.
of settlement?
Definitely. I think we were talking a lot, we were working a lot with Ripple in, I think, since 5 years, 6 years back. Since I joined in fintech world, I think we started with working with Ripple on the cross-border remittance. And then we were the very first bank to pilot the Ripple network. And definitely that time it used not the XRP, the Ripple yet, used not the XRP, the Ripple yet.
Altogether about 34 billion of assets that we're willing to put onto the system as soon as the rails are shown to work. And now they are. Altogether about 34 billion of assets that we're willing to put onto the system as soon as the rails are shown to work. And
I have a firm belief that the people that are patient in this space and that understand what's really happening behind the scenes will benefit from all of this information the most. This is not an overnight race. Understand what you hold and understand what is really happening behind the scenes. Zoom out and look at the long-term perspective. Remember, these banks and these institutions don't have a manual retail trading mindset where they're trying to jump in the space and make overnight gains really quick. They are trying to transform the global financial infrastructure. And when you understand how long of a process that actually takes and what's happening behind the scenes year after year after year, you will see what it is that you hold and you will see the true value of the digital asset XRP. Again, here on this YouTube platform, I've never given you guys a bullish moonboard price prediction, and I've never given you guys a confirmed timeline. But what I have given you all is valuable information to show you what these systemically important organizations and people are talking about. It is now up to you to decide how to decipher that information and choose what to do with it. Many blessings to you all. As always, be cognizant, be aware out there. I'm not telling you all to go out there and buy the digital asset XRP. But what I am telling you all to do is go do your research. Stop paying attention to these naysayers, these ignorant people that probably couldn't even get a job at Ripple if they tried to go do so. Think about what I told you all at the beginning of this video breakdown. There's 8 billion people on this earth, 450 crypto users. Now, take that 450 million crypto users and dumb that down to the people that hold XRP. Now dumb that down to the people that are naysayers against the digital asset XRP, that tell you that it's crap, that it doesn't go anywhere, that it's a horrible digital asset to invest in. Think about that small percentage of the population. Are you going to listen to the individuals that I just showed you on this video breakdown that are telling you all to have a long-term perspective, that this digital transformation is going to take time, that the banks know that this stuff exists, that they will utilize this technology eventually? Or are you going to listen to some unreputable individual with no credentials on the Twitter space? Think about that long term. Zoom out. Always understand what it is that you hold and what it is that you're investing in. Hopefully this video breakdown conveyed a little bit of that information to you all. If it did, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video breakdown.